What if the very vegetables you eat to stay healthy are quietly pushing your heart toward danger? You're over 60, watching your diet, cutting back on fried foods, maybe even skipping dessert, but something still feels off. The energy isn't what it used to be. Your medication doesn't seem to be working as well. And despite your best efforts, your doctor keeps bringing up blood pressure, blood thinners, and cholesterol. You're doing everything right, or so you thought. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 vegetables that, while seemingly healthy, could be putting unnecessary strain on your heart. You'll learn how these foods interact with common medications, how they may raise your blood pressure, and most importantly, how small changes can protect your heart starting today. If you've ever felt frustrated, confused, or betrayed by your own healthy habits, this video is for you. Comment below if you've ever had a health surprise that made you rethink your diet. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more honest, practical health advice made just for you. Number 1. Spinach blood thinners. Spinach. For decades, it's been praised as one of the healthiest foods on the planet. Loaded with iron, fiber, and antioxidants, it's been a go-to for anyone trying to eat clean and stay strong. But if you're over 60 and taking heart medication, especially blood thinners, this leafy green might not be as friendly as you think. In fact, it could be quietly working against the very medication that's keeping your heart safe. Many seniors I've spoken to are doing their best. They've cut down on processed food, they drink more water, and they've added spinach to their daily meals, salads, smoothies, even soups. And yet, their health isn't improving the way they expected. The reason lies in something most people never think about: vitamin K. Spinach is packed with it. And while vitamin K is important for healthy blood clotting, too much of it can interfere with common medications like warfarin. That's where the danger begins. Warfarin is meant to keep your blood flowing smoothly. But when you suddenly increase your vitamin K intake, it can reduce the drug's effectiveness. Your blood becomes thicker. Clots can form. And the worst part is, you won't feel a thing until something serious happens. I've seen patients come in confused and scared. Their blood pressure is up. Their test results are off. They think the medication isn't working anymore. But when we dig deeper, it turns out they recently started drinking green smoothies every morning loaded with raw spinach. No one warned them. No one explained how food and medicine can clash. They were just trying to be healthy. And that's what makes this so heartbreaking. You're doing what you think is right, only to find out it's doing silent damage. This doesn't mean spinach is the enemy. The real issue is inconsistency. One day you eat none. The next day, a full bowl. That unpredictability makes it harder for your doctor to manage your medication. Your body can't adjust fast enough. And that's when the balance is lost. If you love spinach, that's okay. You don't have to give it up entirely. But you do need to eat it in consistent amounts and make sure your doctor knows. That conversation can make all the difference. They can adjust your dosage or suggest safer ways to include greens in your diet. The good news is that you have control. You don't have to live in fear of your food. Once you understand how your meals affect your medication, you can eat with more confidence and less risk. Your diet should work with your medicine, not against it. Think of your heart as a team player. It needs support from every corner of your life: rest, movement, medicine, and yes, nutrition. When one piece is off balance, the whole system feels it. But when everything works together, you feel stronger, clearer, and more at ease. So if you're taking blood thinners and love spinach, here's what to do. Don't make big, sudden changes to your diet. Don't go from 0 to green juice overnight. Instead, aim for steady, small servings. Half a cup a few times a week. Talk to your doctor before you start any new food routine. And never assume that healthy means harmless. You've worked hard to protect your heart. Don't let one well-meaning habit undo that progress. With the right information and a little planning, you can still enjoy the foods you love while keeping your heart safe and steady. This is about awareness, not fear. It's about making wiser choices, not perfect ones. And it's about staying informed, so your health decisions truly support the life you want to live. You're not too old to change. You're not too late to take control. Your heart still has time. And it deserves every bit of protection you can give. Number 2. Pickled veggies. Hidden sodium overload. Pickled vegetables are a staple in many homes. They add flavor, crunch, and comfort to meals that might otherwise feel plain or repetitive. But for seniors over 60, especially those managing blood pressure or heart conditions, these tiny bites can come with a heavy cost. That familiar jar in your fridge might be packing more salt than you realize. The trouble lies in the brine. Pickled cucumbers, carrots, or beets often soak for weeks in salt water to get their tangy taste. In that time, they absorb an incredible amount of sodium. Just a few slices of pickled cucumber can carry over 1,000 milligrams of salt. That's 2/3 of the daily recommended limit for older adults in one small handful. And the damage doesn't always show up right away. You don't feel salt building up in your blood, but over time it begins to raise your pressure, strain your arteries, and make your heart work harder than it should. Many of my older patients are puzzled. They've cut out fried food. They don't eat chips or drink soda. They walk every day. But their numbers stay high. What they never thought to question was the salty bite of pickles with lunch. Salt is sneaky. It hides in places you wouldn't expect. Canned soups, sauces, even foods labeled healthy can quietly tip the balance. And when your kidneys can't filter as well as they used to, even moderate salt can linger longer in your system. That lingering salt holds water in your blood vessels. It swells the volume of blood your heart has to push, and that pressure, day after day, weakens the heart muscle and stiffens the arteries. Eventually it becomes harder for blood to flow freely. You may feel tired more easily, get lightheaded when standing up, or notice your heart pounding after mild activity. These are not just signs of aging. Often they're signs of strain. The scariest part? Many people don't notice until something serious happens. A stroke, chest pain, or news from the doctor that your heart is in early failure. By then, salt has already done years of quiet damage. But there's good news too. This is something you can change. It doesn't take extreme diets or expensive products. It starts with awareness, small shifts, and reading your labels. If you enjoy pickled vegetables, try making them at home with less salt. Use vinegar, garlic, or fresh herbs to add flavor. Rinse store-bought pickles with cold water before eating to reduce the sodium load. Season meals with lemon juice, rosemary, pepper, or turmeric instead of salt. These swaps don't just help your heart. They wake up your taste buds in a whole new way. Your food should serve your health, not challenge it. And that includes the parts you've always assumed were safe. The comfort you find in familiar flavors is real. But true comfort comes from knowing you're protecting your future with every bite. You don't need to give up joy in your meals. You just need to give your heart a fair chance. Salted foods may be part of your past, but they don't have to define your future. With a few mindful changes, your plate can support the long, active, and peaceful life you've worked for. Your heart has been loyal for over 60 years. It deserves your attention now more than ever. The next time you reach for that pickle jar, just pause. Your heart will thank you. Number 3. Spicy foods, cardiovascular stress. Spicy food is more than just flavor. For many people, it's tradition, culture, and comfort all in one bite. A bowl of spicy stew brings back memories. A dash of chili pepper makes a simple meal feel alive. But if you're over 60 and dealing with heart issues, that fiery kick could be doing more than just warming your taste buds. Hot peppers, especially red chili peppers, trigger a strong reaction in your body. They don't just heat your mouth. They activate your nervous system, raise adrenaline, and cause your heart to beat faster. For younger people, that's usually fine. Their arteries are flexible. Their heart can handle a quick surge. But after 60, when blood vessels are stiffer and the heart more fragile, that same spice can push your body into stress. You might feel a sudden pounding in your chest, a tightness you can't quite explain, or a wave of heat that leaves you dizzy. For some, it's just discomfort. For others, it can trigger real danger, irregular rhythms, sky-high blood pressure, even a cardiac episode. I've seen it happen in real life. A man in his 70s ate a bowl of spicy soup he'd loved since childhood. Within an hour, he was in the ER. Not from food poisoning, but from heart palpitations that wouldn't stop. He had no idea the peppers were part of the problem. No one told him that his body, though still strong in many ways, was now more sensitive to stress. Even stress from something as familiar as spice. It's not the food that's wrong. It's how your body reacts to it now. That's the shift so many people overlook. We think because we've eaten it for decades we can keep going. But aging changes the rules. Chili peppers stimulate the body in ways that feel exciting, even addictive. They boost circulation in the short term, create a sense of alertness, and make food feel more satisfying. But over time, they also increase inflammation in your blood vessels. They wear down the lining that keeps your arteries smooth and open. And if your heart is already working overtime to keep up, that added stress can push it over the edge. This doesn't mean you need to stop enjoying food. It means you need to listen to your body more closely. If you notice your heart racing after a spicy meal, don't brush it off. If you feel lightheaded or restless, don't assume it's just part of getting older. There are plenty of ways to bring flavor to your meals without turning up the heat. Garlic when cooked gently. Ginger, with its warming but soothing effect. Turmeric, known to calm inflammation. Fresh herbs like basil, cilantro, or rosemary can wake up your plate without waking up your heart. You deserve meals that nourish both body and spirit, but that nourishment shouldn't come with a hidden cost. Not now. Not after everything you've done to take care of your health. Spice has its place. But after 60, that place might need to look a little different. It's about balance, awareness, and giving your heart the support it needs to keep going strong. You don't have to give up everything you love. You just have to love your heart a little more with every choice you make. Because you still have time. You still have strength. And the life ahead of you deserves every heartbeat you can protect. Number 4. Raw garlic medication interaction. Garlic has been used as medicine for centuries. It's natural, powerful, and widely respected for its health benefits. Many seniors trust it deeply. Some even take raw cloves daily, believing they're strengthening their heart. But what they don't know is that raw garlic, when combined with certain medications, can quietly become a risk. The problem isn't garlic itself. It's how it interacts with your body after 60, especially if you're taking blood thinners like warfarin or aspirin. Raw garlic is a natural blood thinner. That means it can enhance the effect of medications designed to prevent clots. But too much thinning leads to a new problem: bleeding. Not the kind you always see. Sometimes it starts with easy bruising or a nosebleed that takes too long to stop. But I've seen cases where it led to black stools, internal bleeding, or blood pressure dropping so fast it sent someone to the emergency room. They weren't careless. They were doing what they believed was healthy. But no one warned them that natural remedies, especially strong ones like raw garlic, can clash with prescription drugs in serious ways. Even beyond bleeding, raw garlic can lower blood pressure. For someone already on medication for hypertension, this double effect can cause dizziness, fainting, or weakness that shows up out of nowhere. It's frightening when it happens. One day you're fine. The next you're lightheaded and unsure why. You assume it's age, but it might be that daily clove of garlic you added after reading about its benefits online. And that's the key message here. Just because something is natural doesn't mean it's always safe, especially not for a body that's changing, especially not when medications are part of your daily life. You've worked hard to stay off processed food. You've looked for ways to heal through food. That mindset is powerful and admirable. But it must come with balance. If you love garlic, there's good news. You don't have to stop using it altogether. Cooked garlic still offers many of the same benefits, but with a gentler impact on your blood. It's less likely to interfere with your medication and still adds flavor and value to your meals. More importantly, if you're planning to make garlic a regular part of your health routine, talk to your doctor. That simple step could prevent a complication that might take weeks to recover from. Garlic is strong. So are you. But strength, especially now, should come with wisdom. You're not just surviving. You're managing your health with care and intention. And that deserves support, not silent sabotage from a well-meaning habit. Every decision about what goes on your plate matters. Not because you need to be perfect, but because small, thoughtful shifts protect your independence, your energy, and your peace of mind. Let your food be medicine, but let it be the right medicine, at the right time, in the right way. Your body has changed. Your life has changed. That's not a loss. It's an invitation to make better choices. And you're more than capable of making them. starting with something as simple as how you enjoy your garlic. Number 5. Raw sprouts infection risks. Raw sprouts look like the perfect health food. They're light, crunchy, and full of life. You see them in salads, on sandwiches, or tossed into smoothies. For many health-conscious seniors, sprouts feel like a smart choice. But underneath that fresh image is a hidden risk that most people never consider. Sprouts grow in warm, moist environments. Unfortunately, those same conditions are ideal for harmful bacteria like E. coli, Salmonella, and Listeria. For younger people, a mild case of food poisoning might pass with a little discomfort. But after 60, your immune system doesn't respond the same way. The body is slower to react. Infections can move faster than you expect. What starts as a small stomach ache can turn serious. I've seen it happen. A senior adds sprouts to their lunch every day. They feel fine until one night they're rushed to the hospital with dehydration, fever, and heart complications. The infection doesn't stay in the stomach. In older adults, it can spread into the bloodstream. It can attack the lining of the heart, a condition called endocarditis. It can lead to irregular rhythms, fatigue, and even heart failure. And all of this can start from something that looks so innocent on your plate. You might wonder why you've never been told this before. That's a fair question. Sprouts are often marketed as clean, pure, and full of nutrients. And they are. But those nutrients don't cancel out the bacteria that may be hiding in every bite. This is not about fear. It's about awareness. You deserve to know the full picture. You deserve the chance to make informed choices about what goes into your body. The truth is, sprouts are one of the most common sources of foodborne illness in people over 65. But the good news is, the risk is preventable. You don't have to give up the flavor or the texture. You just have to change how you prepare them. Cooking sprouts, even for just a minute or two, kills the harmful bacteria. A quick saute in a pan. A short steam. It's a small shift that can protect your heart, your gut, and your immune system. And if you love that raw crunch, there are other ways to get it. Try thin sliced cabbage or shredded carrots. They're easier to digest, safer to store. And they don't carry the same risk of infection. You've worked too hard and come too far to let something so small do so much damage. Your meals should nourish your health, not challenge it. So the next time you reach for that handful of raw sprouts, pause. Think about your heart. Think about your immune system. And ask yourself, is this still the right choice for me? Because even the healthiest foods need to match the body you have now. Not the one you had 20 years ago. Not the one you wish you still had. The one you're living in today. And that body, your body, deserves protection, wisdom, and care. You can still eat well. You can still feel strong. And you can do it without unnecessary risk. All it takes is a little knowledge and a little change. Your heart, your health, and your future are worth it. By the time we reach our 60s, we've spent a lifetime learning what it means to eat healthy. We've heard it from doctors, magazines, and family. More greens. Less sugar. Skip the fried foods. Drink more water. But what if those rules, as simple as they sound, don't apply the same way anymore? What if the foods we once trusted could now be silently working against us, simply because our bodies have changed? Most nutrition advice is written for the general public. It rarely takes into account age, medication, or how the body's ability to digest and respond begins to shift with time. That's not neglect. It's just an oversight. But it's an oversight that can cost us dearly if we don't notice it soon enough. Food isn't just food anymore. After 60, it becomes medicine, fuel, and sometimes even a form of risk. What's safe for a 30-year-old might not be safe for you now. And that's not a sign of weakness. It's a call for wisdom. This shift in thinking can feel uncomfortable. It challenges what we've always believed, but it also offers a chance for empowerment. When we understand our bodies better, we make better decisions, and better decisions lead to better days. You might be wondering why no one told you sooner. Why something as basic as spinach or sprouts could be harmful if not handled properly. The truth is, the world doesn't talk much about aging. We celebrate youth, we ignore transition. But that doesn't mean you have to stay in the dark. Now you know. And knowing gives you a powerful advantage. This isn't about becoming afraid of your food. It's about becoming more thoughtful, more intentional. more attuned to what truly supports your heart, your energy, and your peace of mind. The next time you're choosing what to eat, don't just ask if it's healthy. Ask if it's healthy for you, right now. At this stage in your life, with the medications you're taking, with the goals you have for the years ahead. Because aging is not about restriction, it's about refinement. It's not about giving things up, it's about choosing what gives back. You still have time to change. You still have space to grow. And you still deserve to feel strong, clear, and cared for. Let this be the start of a new relationship with your health. One built not on rules and guilt, but on awareness, respect, and hope. You've spent years caring for others. Now is the time to care just as deeply for yourself. And it begins, quite simply, with what's on your plate. You've just learned how 5 common vegetables, while healthy in appearance, can pose real risks if you're over 60 and managing heart health. The truth is, your body isn't the same as it was decades ago, and your food choices should reflect that change. But this isn't about fear. It's about power. The power to understand, adjust, and protect the life you've worked so hard to build. Small, thoughtful changes can make a lasting difference. Your meals can support your medication, your energy, and your heart, starting today. So, take a moment. Look at your plate with fresh eyes. Choose what serves your health now, not just what used to work. And if this video helped you see things differently, leave a comment below. Share one habit you're ready to change, or a lesson that stuck with you. Hit like, subscribe, and send this to someone you care about. Because protecting our hearts is something we should never do alone.